Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 of the Sweater Season Quilt-Along. I am so excited that you are here. Thank you from my heart for being here. This is my first box kit with Riley Blake, so it's near and dear to my heart, and I'm really enjoying sewing along with you, and I'm loving seeing all of the Sweater Season images and blocks and even quilts popping up everywhere. Thank you for using the hashtag. So again, my name is Jennifer Long. If you are posting on social media, please use the @ symbol so that I can see you. So you do @BeSewInspired, and you can use the hashtag as well, Sweater Season Quilt, or Sweater Season QAL Quilt Along. So this week we are doing the hat and diamond blocks, and I just wanted to talk about them, give you some tips and tricks that you can use as you're sewing them along. Now, I should preface this video by saying that I am from Canada and we don't always call these hats. We call them toques. And I almost wrote them as toques, but then some of my other quilty friends were like, we don't know what a toque is. So if I accidentally say toque this week, that's what I'm referring to is the hat blocks. So you call them as they are, but they are cute little blocks. I think this would be a great block, and so would the sweaters, and so would the knits. This would be a great quilt, actually, in Christmas fabrics also, so like in Santa fabrics. But I'm loving that this can live through the fall and the winter, and can just be a great quilt for, all the whole sweater season. So we are going to be making all of these hats and blocks, and a couple of tips and tricks I wanted to share with you today about them. So a couple of things is, if you are using directional fabric, when you sew your blocks, you're going to want to make sure that your direction is pointing straight ahead. So you'll cut this as the rectangle, and then you'll do stitch and flip on the corner. Actually, I think you'll do side pieces on the corner and then a stitch and flip over here. So yes, we do the rectangle first. So to just make sure that your rectangle is positioned correctly and it's not upside down or sideways, or you can even fussy cut in there. So it's super fun. If you are using directional prints for the ribbing here as well, then you can just make sure that you are cutting them and rotating them in the right directions also. So a couple of things that you want to think on we are basically doing page 5, 6, and it bleeds over a little bit onto page 7 of your pattern. So you can get your pattern in a paper copy of the pattern, and those are only sold in local quilt shops, and they're only sold wholesale through Riley Blake and Checkers. So you can grab your paper pattern that way, or if you want the PDF today, you can come over to the Be So Inspired website. Just type in Sweater Season and you'll be able to grab that pattern. I should say, if you haven't already, please do sign up for the Sweater Season Quilt-Along, because it's free, and you'll just make sure that you don't miss any of these videos or tips and tricks. We'll just email you the week's videos and the week's tips and tricks for that week. So, okay, so here we go. You have your pieces cut out. We're using different fabrics, and we've labeled them as fabric A through D, and that is just so that you can use different hat colors in this strip, in this block. So as you can see here, the hats are here and they're over here, or you can see them on the bottom too as well. So they're labeled there. So it has a designer note right at the beginning that the instructions are given for one hat or toque block, and then you can flip over to page 7 to see the quantities. So it'll say make 2 of this color of colorway A, make 2 of colorway B, make 3 of colorway C, and 3 of colorway D. So if you notice here, we have 1, 2, and 3 in that colorway, and we have 1, 2, and 3 in that colorway, and then we have 2. So that's why it's telling you to make that quantity of that. So very easy. This is also just an easy stitch and flip. So really fun. This is kind of meant as a knot. Everything here is knitted. So it's just kind of meant as a little bit of a knot. You know, when you're knitting your wool or your yarn together, and then you have the little spaces in between. So that's kind of what that is a little bit of a nod to. We are using the Argyle knitted print and the knitted print from Forest Friends Backcountry Adventure with Riley Blake Designs, and it comes in 4 colorways. It's actually like 2 mini fabric collections, but they all look so fantastic together. So we're using them all together, and that's what comes in the kit as well. So that is my tip and trick, just to sort of lay out your fabrics first, make sure that you you have your colorways put together, and then you'll have no problems. It's just basic stitch and flip and super, super easy, and then just assembly. So it should go really fast. You are making 2 rows, and the rows are not identical. Like I showed you, we've got the 2 green ones and a green one in the middle. So they are all identical blocks, but they aren't in identical order. So we have 1 row here. You can see I've got this row. I can't wait to assemble my quills. Getting excited already. And then here's the other row already put together. Super cute. Excellent. So that is sweater season. It is the first day of February, so happy February. If you have noticed on the Be So Inspired feed, or if you've been following us for a while, we have something called a Makers Club. So I always just like to share that, especially at the beginning of the month, because the beginning of the month in 2023, we are doing something, we're always kind of evolving and growing and listening to feedback and customers. And so we are bringing all the projects together in the Makers Club. We have a quilt that happens every month, a doll that happens every month, and then like a craft or an extra project that happens every month, those 3 projects. And we are coordinating them so they all come together. And instead of spacing them out through the month, we are giving them all to our Makers Club at the beginning of the month so they can sort of see how they all fit together. They can work on them at their own pace through the month, pick and choose what works for them. And if you want to join for just a month to see, you can join for just a monthly membership, and you'll get all those 3 patterns right away. If you join for the year, you obviously get a better deal, and you get the back content also as well. So check out the February projects this month. They are all about the month of love, and lots of great fun tips and tricks are shared not only in the posts but in the club as well. So that's the Makers Club. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. Again, thank you for using the hashtag. Thank you for joining here. And I can't wait to see your hats / toque blocks and diamond blocks in between. Please share them this week, and I look forward to seeing them. Bye for now. Happy sweater season.